The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
You did go support the nigga.
Hey, I wasn't on Fat Tuesday. Hey, we back. Hey, I'm Louis Dix. It's obvious that the camera should start on me, but we do have a great surprise. Well, one thing, Dan is still here.
Appreciate it.
This chair was
Shitting on
supposed
Danny.
to. I'm just being honest. You haven't seen him for a while.
Sorry.
Man, it's been brutal. But we've been carrying. You know, he's still upset that he wasn't in Fat Tuesday's documentary. I saw that, and you should have been in that because they had the hostess and the security in it. It was pretty bad. We have I'm so happy because actually I sometimes feel like I'm the star as I am, but this guy is actually the star of the show because he's the funniest man.
Thank you.
No.
Oh,
it's not you. It's the other dark skinned guy.
Well, who?
We're all dark skinned. So
yeah. So I mean, are we gonna go by shade or are we gonna go by
TDP's in the house? Yo.
TDP. I have to show, man. Now, who did I ask, Jeff? I mean, not Jeff. Lou. Who did I ask about the most when I see you?
You ask about yourself.
Well, no,
I'm gonna tell you what he did.
I asked about TDP all the time.
Right, let me show you.
Come on.
You know how you realize why you're not really friends with people?
Yeah.
Like you cool with them, but
Yeah.
So I invited him. I was doing this Tashina Arnold thing where I was opening up for it. And I died. Horrible death.
Wow.
But actually just the first part.
That's too kind, Lou.
Second part I got
Lou,
back.
that was too kind.
I literally forgot my act. Cedric, the entertainer, was in the audience, and I just blanked. I had one good joke in the beginning about Monique, and
TDP.
then it just...
TDP.
Fell off like a loose
TDP.
Halloween mask.
Brittany Griner is funnier than that motherfucker right there.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was hard. But then I bounced back.
He bounced back.
And Danny was there. So then next week, Danny hits me up. Yo, man, I know you out on the road with Craig. You think you can make calls so in case you need me to replace you?
Yeah, that's really legit, right?
I said, this
Send in the left-hander.
right.
And I'm left-handed too. Thank you.
This dude. And he say hi to Tashina. Hey, she know me. You know, we.
No, I see he lied because I didn't do.
I just felt the.
He sauced you out.
TDP. I'm one of the cool dudes in Hollywood. I didn't
Absolutely.
even speak.
Absolutely.
He said, "You remember Danny Green." I didn't even say nothing. See?
Because that's
I
what-
played my
That's him.
position.
That's him.
But no, because
Yeah.
Craig does that. He will introduce.
No, you do
Right.
that.
I always introduce people around me.
Well,
You're supposed to.
You introduce them fucked up.
Yeah, you know this nigga right here.
Like Dr. Cosby, when we went to go, he calls himself TDP. I don't know where all that comes
Is that what I
from.
said?
Yeah, you did all
Oh,
that.
no wonder everybody be mad at you, Lou.
No,
You-
no.
you-
All right,
you-
first
you
of all-
throwing everybody under the
First of all,
bus.
I introduced you.
But fucked uply.
Yeah, not like yo. This is a very talented
I
comedian.
had to come in swinging.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good friend of mine, TDP. You might have remember him from the Comedy Act. Very talented guy. You didn't say that, right? You just said.
I didn't
"Hey,
know
Dr.
all that. I didn't know all that.
Yeah, you knew the nigga for
that he
years.
was that talented. No.
Oh, my fault.
Right.
But hey, happy birthday to Dr. Bill Cosby.
Hey,
Happy
oh
birthday,
yeah,
Doc.
happy birthday, bruh. He's a bruh. Root to the bruh.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a cute.
Oh, okay. We had a good
No,
conversation
he's a-
today talking about life.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, how have you been?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Oh Lord.
TP, where you been? I mean,
Well, don't say. Don't ask
oh,
me
that's my
that.
fault.
You
Okay,
can't-
let me mind my
you can't
business.
ask me.
I'm in my city. I'm everywhere.
Yeah,
Except the valley, pretty much. You know.
that's true.
Oh, damn, that's
true.
where
That's
we are.
But you've been missed. The chat room, I'm sure, is going crazy.
Oh, bless their
Nothing's
hearts.
been funny since you've been here.
Well,
Nothing?
No, we've had a couple.
damn.
Couple of chuckles.
Yes.
I've gotten a lot of laughs, but I guess
No, they've been on this list
Oh, but everybody's been on that. I mean, that's what? How many years now? 30.
Yeah, she had to get new mics.
Ain't that a bitch?
But I see you drinking water. You look healthy.
I drink water all the time, LD.
Code 3 was excited. She said, I might call in.
Okay.
She's
one of my favorites as well.
Christian Holden said hello.
Christian
Holden.
Who's Christian Holden? I know that name.
What time these flies go to sleep?
Minute they came in. Minute it wasn't a fly in here, POTUS, was it? Until this nigga came.
You can get a zapper at Target for like $19.
She had one time. But I wish my boy was here. I hit him up.
Who's that?
I only got one.
Jazzy.
That's him right now. Yo, you here?
Right. Hurry up, punk.
All right, you heard him. All right, he said he'd be there.
I feel like this the Blues Brothers. You know what I mean? Like the band's getting back together.
Boys are back in town.
Yeah.
Why is everybody always 20 minutes, 15 minutes away?
There's traffic out there.
Yeah.
Yo.
Why was Danny Green on time again? That's what I can't understand. Right, POTUS?
And you come all the way from the valley.
I come from the valley.
I was over by Sunset. I made it in good time right here.
That was by Culver City.
I have a show tonight though too, so that's why.
Where's your show?
The Laugh Factory.
Ah,
Ruby Tuesday.
Oh, that Chris Spencer's on that show.
Yeah,
I didn't see your.
Well, that's also a thing I was upset about. I wasn't put on the billboard. Why? I mean, Ruben said it had nothing to do with him, so I'm not gonna hold it against him.
So will you add it lately?
No, I knew about the show 3-4 weeks ago.
They put Darnell Rollins' name up there, but then they crossed it because he looked like Darnell Rollins.
What they look like?
So you've been on this?
I've been on the bill.
And he said, well, what did Ruben say?
He said that there was a Laugh Factory thing.
They don't want to put you up there?
I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, but it's fucked up. I mean, you know, at our level now, we need billing as much as we can get. Or let me put it this way: at my level,
yeah,
let me
get
put
that
it that
straight.
way.
Yeah, I'm fine. I
It
don't
doesn't really matter though.
You know, it doesn't, but it does help if you're going to try to be on social media and ask people to come, or if people see that you're performing with, if you're performing with Chris and Tony Rock, it looks good. You know what I mean? I think.
Does it look good for the people or for your feelings?
For my feelings.
Oh, it's an emotional thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm used to getting cut out of shit. Oh, sorry.
Right. Okay. Speaking of that, have you seen Fat Tuesday, the Guy Tory thing?
No, he called me about it.
To talk about it?
Yeah, because he wanted to get the story about Edwards, Dave Edwards.
Okay.
What's his brother? He changed his name to Prince, right?
No, it's Dave.
The one that was on.
Not
Dave. Mark.
His brother.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah.
That was the night he got into the fight.
Yeah, I was there. I knew. Yeah, I saved that dude. That's my man.
So Mark Edwards is Dave Edwards' brother.
Yes.
Is he a comedian also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was an actor. He was in a couple. He did a couple good flicks early in the game.
So what happened there?
It was a fight with some
talking
Crips.
shit when I was on stage.
Oh, was you? Oh, was you? Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I said, you know how after school, it was a beautiful night because Tashina was there. Alfonso was there. He went up and he did the dance because I asked him to do it. And It was beautiful. But then this dude up there hating, talking shit, but I knew his voice. I said, like after school at 3 o'clock, it's going to be a fight? It's going to be a fight. So I went up there. I said, well, what's all that about? So I went to go, get at it. This dude going to bust a bottle on the table like James Dean in the movie.
I didn't know it was you. I thought it was some Crips.
So this was after you got off
stage? That was my homies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So he busted a bottle, hit the homegirl in the eye with the glass, and the homies just took off on him. I guess old boy was running. Chewy was a security.
Big Chewy, right? Big Chewy back in the day.
Yeah, he's like, you're banned. I'm like, I had nothing. I said, I didn't get a hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then, but what's crazy about that story is he caught a case, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was you, TDP.
What do you mean he caught a case?
He had to go. He went to trial.
Because he cut the girl?
Yeah, glass in her eye.
So they so what happened was, this is when I was working at FedEx. A lot of people don't know this story.
Well, first, hold up. Okay, for those of you who know this, before you continue, what we're talking about is Fat Tuesday is a documentary that Guy Tory did on Prime, or is it Prime Video?
I don't know.
Amazon, and he's talking about the time in the 90s when it was real hot at the Comedy Store. They had a thing called Fat Tuesday. It was black comics, and everybody was there. Dave Chappelle talked about it, and that's where we are now. And Dannon used to fill in for Guy when he was
I wasn't a fill-in. I was the guy that was the second in command.
Because Melody Camacho on the thing said she hosted too a couple times. And
anybody knows the story knows how long I was there.
Okay, but they said that he had once he got really big, he had Joe Torre, and then he had to fire Joe Torre.
I don't want to get into that.
Okay, so all right, so now that's where we are now. So
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay,
but
so
I'll talk about that incident with TDP. Yeah. So after that incident happened, Mark caught a case. Mm-hmm. Like they wanted to put him in jail.
Okay.
Because of the girl getting cut.
So the girl sued.
I don't know whether she sued. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not going to say something I don't know. Yeah. But I do know that was the situation. So happens I was working at Federal Express at the time, if y'all remember, at that time. And the girl who was the foreman of the jury worked with me. So she said to me, because she knew I was doing comedy, she said, Dan, do you know this comedian named Mike Prince? Mm-hmm. I said, that's my guy. And again, I would have did the same, but I still didn't know it was TDP. They just told me this is the first time I ever knew it was you, TDP. Yeah. They told me it was some Crips. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, what happened? I never knew the whole story, but she said, well, he's in this situation, what kind of guy is? And I just said, hey, I know him a while, and I forgot what year was this, 97, TDP, 98?
It takes a long time to tell the story.
So anyway, well, if you want details, or you just want me to say?
I mean,
okay, so
no
anyway.
Such thing in your,
well, I think
that's
it's
all
important.
You got is details.
Right, exactly.
Go ahead.
Which makes me successful. Anyway, so I just said he's a good dude. I know him, blah, blah, blah. So I really kind of put a word in for him, and it changed the shift of what they thought about him. So he came to me. I never knew, and me, I ain't never want to be like, yo, what I did. So he came to me about 4 or 5 months later. I don't know, 3-4 months later or weeks or whatever. He said, yo, man, I want to thank you. And I was like, what? He said, blah, blah, blah. So he always tells that story.
So they found him not guilty?
Found him not guilty.
So you influenced the jury?
I won't say all that, but
you spoke to the foreman. That was tampering.
It wasn't tampering. It was just.
It was tampering.
Well, it was tampering. Okay. Right. Well, I didn't know it was tampering. I was asking.
What about the girl? Did she lose an eye?
I don't think she's lost
wearing sunglasses now.
I just think she had gotten cut. I don't, My whole thing I heard was that, the bottle was broken because it was 3-4 dudes about to get with him. That's all I know.
So did they get with him?
But it was when I had came up. They was outside, and it was her birthday. So I'm like, oh, come on, y'all rock with me. So we just went through the back, and we went in. Chris Spencer was right there. He said, TDP, these your boys? I said, yeah, they my boys. Just take care of them. So then they went, sat down there, and the other homie called and said, I'm outside, so I went to go get him. So the homies is in there, they having a good time. They really don't go out.
Right.
But then this dude came with the James Dean mode. TDP, we got this nigga. Boop, 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 boop. They just moved me out the way and just, kill a fly, please. What are you? Jeez.
So wow. That's interesting, though. But there was a couple incidents. I almost got into it with Freeze Love, mm-hmm. Eddie Griffin.
Now, how would you? Freeze Love is the nicest comedian he's always.
Freeze my guy now, but not at the time.
What happened?
Mm-hmm. Freeze was always claiming, whatever. I don't know what gang.
Pasadena.
There you go.
I thought he was from New York.
Pasadena.
Nah, Pasadena.
Okay.
But so in the time that I was hosting, it was an evening where we were. What happened was, you remember that night when Eddie Griffin had cursed out those 2 white girls so bad it got around. I don't know if you remember that night. He cursed. We were packed. He cursed these 2 white girls. He went in on these 2 white girls so bad they left, and it was a big, big, big thing. So I got guy was out of town, so they called me up and said, "Yo, Dan," and I was hosting. He said, "Don't put Eddie on until I get back." You know what I mean? So I said, "Okay." So like 2 weeks later, Eddie came up and was like, "Yo, can I perform?" And I was like, "Yo," I called Ed in the back. I said, "Yo, Ed, man, I can't put you on now because what went down a couple weeks ago, blah, blah, blah." So Eddie was good with it, right? And then when he got out into the foyer, in the back of the Comedy Store, like you got the little room and then you got the other room where the little piano is, David Banks and all of them was there. So he came out like, "Yo, man, I don't believe these motherfuckers won't put me on, blah, blah." I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, where'd this come from? So then people was like, well, man, y'all trying to censor people? So then I just said straight up, like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talk about, but he can't go on. That was straight to the point. So they didn't go on. So 2 weeks later, Freeze came up there, and I had just seen Freeze that week. Freeze needed some change. I had given him like some ones. He needed change for 10. I give him the money.
Unnecessary part of
it. Does. So anyway,
I mean, honestly, did you think we needed that part
for his parking?
Yeah, I gave him change.
Yeah.
He only had 2 dimes, a nickel, and I mean.
Okay, so anyway, Freeze came up the following week. 2 weeks later, and was like, came in, and we was in the back counting money, and he knocked on the door, and I said, yo, Freeze, hold on. I didn't know it was him. I said, yo, hold on for a minute. So the door opened up, and he was just like, yo, fuck you. Yo, Terrence, gotta go on. And I was like, whoa. I said, what's that, Freeze? I know. I said, no. He said, man, fuck you. Terrence, gotta go on. So then after the second fuck you, I said, I got to stand up, So I said, yo, man, what's up? So he was like, yo, man, what's up? Cause, he went to that. I said, man, I don't know.
Could you play the West Side Story while he's telling us?
So Herb was there. Well, Herb was there. Herb
we don't need to hear about Herb.
Well, you do need to hear because we're about to get into it. Well, I'm going to tell you, Herb was the promoter. He should have been in Doc too. He wasn't in it. And so me and Freeze, like, we didn't square up, but we was like in each other's face. And Herb was like, man, y'all don't need to be fighting, man. And that was it. So, and then
that was it.
You could have got to that first.
Yeah, that was it.
He got in my face, that was it.
Yeah. Okay. So, no, he didn't get in my face. We both got into it, But a lot of stuff went down there, man. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of stuff that was interesting.
But I saw it, and so evidently you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
And you haven't seen it.
No.
I saw it. I took the time to watch it. He interviewed the host like 3 or 4 times. They were on there. Security was on there way too many times. So I was like shocked, saying, "Why didn't he interview Dan?" But it was more like a him and Joe coming back together. It was a whole thing about them. Mm-hmm. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
hugging and making up, and it was. Yeah. So you're upset about that.
Well, you know what? It's not going to do me any good to talk about what really went down because I'll be able to talk about it later. But I just think that
anybody, Doc.
No, it's not. No, it's just keep it 100. Anybody that was around, and you guys were. It's not a person.
I never.
TDP and them was around.
Yeah,
Johnny Mac would tell you. Johnny Mac was there because he wanted to write a character. I was one of the first dudes, and he'll always tell you that when Johnny Mac first started writing, came out, and I said, "Yo, want you?" He said, "Yo, I want to write this character for you." I said, "Yeah, you can." Nobody was fucking with Johnny Mac when he came down here, and he'll tell you that. That's how involved I was with Fat Tuesday.
Well, that's interesting because Guy is definitely a star.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing it, smoking cigars on Instagram, and he's
no comment, man.
It was interesting. So wait a minute. So you guys were tight back then.
Anybody would tell you. You saw a guy, you saw me.
So your friendship, you're no longer tight.
I can't say that. I can't say it. That's not my call.
Now if he called you and said, "I need you," would you go?
Would you have a conversation? Okay.
Because Jeff and he got mad at me, but we always remain friends. I mean,
yeah. Well, it's, Hollywood is interesting.
Yeah.
But we've never been Hollywood. That's the thing. You and Guy turned Hollywood.
Yeah, you can call it what you want,
He's never been Hollywood.
TDB been the realest nigga I know.
Hollywood is just a sign.
Yeah, that's just a sign.
It's just a sign that's on that mountain right there. All the shit y'all deal with, but it's always the out-of-towners who come out here thinking it's a certain way. Then you want to talk about the people who's already here. That's why I don't run with them dudes.
Okay.
And that's why I always get love from L.A.
It's an attitude.
I always get niggas in L.A. got mad love for me.
Really?
Because I worked. I'm one of the few entertainers that actually worked in L.A.
All right.
I used to deliver down in Nicholson Gardens and Grape Street.
Deliver what?
When I worked for FedEx.
Packages.
Oh, okay.
And people used to, and I remember one dude pulled up on me one time. I knew this nigga. He was like, "Yo," and I was like, "Oh, this nigga." He said, and this is true. He's like, "I'll be watching you at Fat Tuesday. Tuesday nights, the only night come out, dog. You funny as fuck, man." I was like, "All right, dude."
Did you sign for this package?
Why is it wet?
No, I had dudes ask me. No, I had dudes come to me and go, "Yo, can you get this package off?" I heard TDP, but I ain't worried about that nigga.
I just got
you guys, I knew it. See?
Yo, my man.
Oh, now I need somebody told me I need to go live when we're doing this show.
Mm-hmm. For what?
How do you do that?
Just go Facebook Live.
Oh, see, I was talking about Instagram. I didn't know
you go Instagram too.
Which is better, Facebook Live or Instagram?
Who you got for followers?
Instagram.
Instagram is more, yeah.
All right, so I'm on Instagram. How do I go live?
Yeah, you sure you want to ask a man that's going to make it wet? I mean, since you're so educated.
All right, because some people say, "Oh man,
but not TDP. You're absolutely correct. But I will say that I have been one of the few. I actually have a couple Crips that have my back.
Oh, it's PEY. Oh, I'm getting my code out.
I don't know if you remember, this is back in the day when me and Ruben was working on this project, and they wanted me to do the character. And I said, "No, Danny Green would be perfect for the character." That's when we was at the house in Brentwood. And you came through and did the thing. Yeah. TDP. That's why I always say, but all jokes aside, you have always been one of my favorite people, though. And I always ask, it's like, "Lou, how TDP doing?"
One of the few motherfuckers that,
And
because
I always say I don't know.
Yep.
Because that's his answer. That's what he wants. He never wants you to give out information about it.
Because everything is negative in this world, so I try to stay away from that part of the life.
Everybody I've known likes him.
Who?
TDP.
You have a problem with that?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, he's one of the few dudes in the game, I believe, that is, he's never been in the middle of shit. I've never heard you. It's like with me. I've never tried to. I know that's how it is today, but to me, to be in the middle of shit, that's why I'm not conversing about that situation, because all people are going to do is go, build it up to something.
Exactly.
That
people don't.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm live, whatever that means.
So but nah, that's real talk though.
People say people don't like me somewhat because
Yeah, they don't.
I don't know why.
They think you conceited, think you better
Arrogant?
than everybody else. Yeah, arrogant.
No, that's just because I just don't mess with them.
You just asked the question, motherfucker. That's what it said. But
Really?
but you know what it is though?
Yeah, a lot of people think that I think I'm all that.
I had that situation.
What?
This was the craziest one. I'm driving up with Thomas Ward and Delane up to the Bay Area competition. Mm-hmm. So we're driving up there, kicking it.
With Thomas and who?
Thomas Ward and Delane.
Horrible comedians.
Okay. Thomas Ward's my guy. I don't never talk about Ward.
He opens for Eddie.
Yeah, that's Eddie's guy.
Yeah, it's Eddie's guy.
That's my man. So
he does one good show. He does Bill Cosby.
We driving up
Looks
to
like him.
we driving up to the Bay, and we in Fresno, and then we talk about other comedians. He goes, "Well, Danny, everybody said you stuck up anyway." So I'm like, "What for?" They said, "Well, you won't be hanging out nothing like that." I'm like, "Nigga, I got a job. I live in the Valley. I work 12-hour shifts. Got to be at work at 7 in the morning to work for 12 hours delivering packages.
Right.
After I used to come to the Comedy Act on them Thursday nights and Friday nights, I'm gonna do my set, Lou, and then I'm going home." So everybody took it as me trying to be, like I didn't want to hang or whatever. I'm like, nigga, I got a job.
Yeah.
I don't have no roommate. A lot of niggas out here be having roommates. I don't have no roommates.
Well, people thought about that with me, but they were right. I was.
Well, when you
like
march to your own drum, people have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Aren't people supposed to see people logging on?
Well, that means you ain't got no friends, nigga.
Right.
Nobody logging on.
Let me go live. Let me help
That's
you out.
hilarious.
Did you send out a blast? You was going live?
I thought POTUS did that.
Oh,
Okay,
blame it on somebody else.
But-
somebody in another language just said something hilarious. I got it upside down.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right.
I'm going live too.
So that's what everyone's. Hey, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Hello, two people.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy Dana Green, and we're at the what's the name of the show again?
That's hilarious.
In a man's world.
Yeah, in a man's
I thought
world.
it was in another language, but
With
it was
your
upside
boy D
down.
Green, my boy Louis Dix, and my partner TDP
Now, you
in the
don't
house.
have anybody popping up on you. Oh,
No,
I got 3 people.
I do right here.
Four.
Lewis.
But they're
See,
supposed.
mine's jumped in way sooner than you. I got them coming up already.
But aren't they supposed to send balloons and stuff like that?
That's if they like it, man.
Right.
Oh, God, bro.
You have to entertain first before you get
Yeah,
to love.
yeah. He go to the party without start dancing. Tell me where the hoes at.
We gotta go cut the cake.
Yeah, like Lou, you let the man get here first.
So hey, I'm Louis Dix,
TDP.
I'm Dana Green.
and John Lemon is on his way. He says
John Lennon.
John Lemon. That's his name on the show.
John Lemon.
John Lemon, as opposed to Don Lemon.
Yeah. He has the news
He does the news
For who?
for us.
for the show.
Oh,
He's helping headline.
Yeah.
but you
he
said
does-
John Lennon. That's a Philly
That's
term.
what they call him, John Lemon, because
John Lemon.
he's not Don Lemon.
JAWN.
Yeah, John.
Ah, no, we can't do that, man. Come on, Lou, you slipping, bro. You gonna give this nigga a Philly name? And you know what John stands for?
Hey, listen.
Change the name, nigga.
See,
Go.
Lewis
See,
didn't give it to him. The people
people
gave
gave
it
it
to
to
him.
Fuck the people on this one.
Oh,
Take
wow.
the name
That's
back.
why you don't. That's why they don't want you on. You're so. You're upsetting. You just
You're
always
anti-entertainment.
attacking. Yes,
what
that's
it
the
is?
word.
No, what
Yeah.
you just say when you march to your own drum and
And then sometimes,
And be honest.
and then you march
But when
your
you're
own
not in
drum.
the band,
Yes.
Oh.
it's a problem.
yeah,
Right.
Now
I'm
you're in the band.
I'm in the band. Yeah, thank you. I
Doing
appreciate it.
solos and ain't nobody.
Ain't no solo. Why would you give up the word John?
I didn't give up the word John. That's just.
But you should have checked it.
No, we
That's
don't.
like a
you
dude coming to L.A. taking a name for an L.A. term.
No,
Come on.
he
No.
didn't take it.
No.
They gave it to him.
It was bestowed upon him.
And y'all let it go.
Well,
Yes.
it's not. Listen, it's
TDP, you
not.
gotta leave.
Yeah.
See, you're holding on to something. That name, a lot of people.
From Philly, bro.
Yes, but you don't have to hold on to.
All right, I'm gonna let it go.
You can let him. See, that's why Guy didn't have you on his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
If
we
you were
gonna-
more giving,
I'm
and
gonna let y'all go ahead and get that.
Because my understanding is.
I don't care what
that-
your understanding is.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Because
Okay.
I was told that initially you weren't on it. Then he called you to invite you on it, and you said you were busy.
Also, that's what you heard.
That you were busy.
So if
and
you
that
heard, I have never said nothing about it.
That's
so
what I heard.
Let me just say this then. If that's what we're going to defend myself,
yes,
I just did a documentary.
Oh, okay, excuse me.
Yes, and everybody on that documentary was given a place and a time to be there. I never called no one the day of and said, "Yo."
Right, but if you were called the day of,
and the day of, if I got something to do,
I mean, it was more important than the doc.
Well, let me say this: I was already scheduled.
But you could have. Was it?
I don't make no
excuses,
bro.
Was it
I don't know.
job?
It don't make a difference.
Well, it
You
does.
see, it's
I
a
know
sore
the
spot while you digging.
Yeah,
because it's
no.
They called me and interviewed me, but they didn't put it in the document.
Yeah.
Oh, you were on the cutting floor.
So I don't know what you heard.
Call it got on camera.
Right.
Yeah, they should have had you on there.
First of all, let me say, yeah, like I said.
Hey, Missy. Hey, people from Philly. Where's Cheryl Ryder?
Really?
Cheryl Ryder.
She in there?
No, I don't think she's in there. But I know her sister Missy is. That's what it says. I don't know.
Code 3 in there?
No, Code 3 don't go on.
Oh, okay.
Code 3, she a cop. So, okay. You still looking for that fly?
Yeah.
Oh, did you check out the new clock?
Yeah, that's the weed. That's the weed clock.
Where is Jeff?
That's the military clock right
Man.
there.
It's green. Tells you
Now,
how many joints you should be smoking.
If someone texts me, will it come on while I'm live?
Yeah.
So Jeff should text you to see if he's at the gate. Well, you'll hear his car. Jeff got the worst car. My car is bad, but my son Lou just got a new car.
Good.
A Mercedes. It's not new, but it's 2010.
It's new to him.
Yeah, it's new to him.
Hell yeah.
So okay, so all right, that's just I feel for you because you're a very talented man.
Well, no, because
it
is. But I'm gonna say this. This is what I will say. If that was the case on that day, I could have got another call.
What do you mean you could have got another call?
So TP, can you do it today? No. Can you do it next week?
No, it's not about next. It's can do it today. Now you
Look,
wait. But you're on the budget. If you're doc,
if you got everybody else in it, no, it's not. Don't give me that.
No, I'm saying if you
if
doing
it's at the end of the documentary, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like if.
Well, how do you know it wasn't at the end?
Well, let me put it this way, man. You can take the
side.
side. No, I think you don't know the whole story. No, you are because you're saying something.
I'm not taking the side.
What you're doing is you're saying is because that day. I couldn't do it that day. Then that's why I wasn't in it. No, you're not asking. You're saying it.
Can we get to the funny?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Taking it personally.
No, it's not that I'm taking it personally. But I just.
I understand you hurt. I've been hurt before. When I wasn't in the what doc wasn't I in? Every doc that I was supposed to be in, I was in. So.
I mean, it is what it is. It's all good with me. I'm good.
You was in the Mickey Howard?
Yeah. I was in the Mickey Howard. I was in the Mickey Howard movie.
Yeah.
So she called, but I had to audition.
Yeah.
Wasn't given to me. I had to audition. The casting director winked at me, and I was like, oh. But I had to audition, and then I had to fly myself in.
I had a budget.
Still, yeah, like you said, the budget will cost.
It was important to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be on film.
Yeah.
And I had a great character.
Good.
So I was it's summertime. Did you know I did the Juneteenth thing?
Where?
The CNN
Hollywood Bowl.
Juneteenth at the Hollywood Bowl. I was the warm-up host, and I kept going out in between commercials.
No.
It was incredible.
Okay.
To see 18,000 people. Oh yeah, POTUS was there. 18,000 people laughing. Yeah, it was. We let POTUS talk now.
Yeah. Oh no.
Wait,
we didn't let. She jumps in.
It got so bad.
Louis, you did an extraordinary job. First of all.
Oh, wow.
Was that your biggest crowd?
Yes. Yeah, and I've always wanted to play the bowl. I had just gotten off a plane from Philly. And how was it?
Yeah, it was good. You did great.
The music stuff with having the people sing along.
Yeah, it was whole. It was
you
the
came
whole
up with
thing.
that?
I came up with that whole thing.
Was that original?
One of my videos went viral of two white guys dancing to "I'm Black and I'm Proud" and singing the lyrics as well. So it was a great day. I seen white folks with dashikis on out there. It was crazy.
It was crazy. And then you ladies went crazy off Tyrone. We had them singing Tyrone.
Oh Lord.
Who's Tyrone?
The song from
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu. Tyrone.
You better call
the DJ
Tyrone.
stopped playing it, and then they kept singing it.
Oh, okay.
And then of course that little joke that I love.
Did you get paid?
Does.
I'm just wants to find out.
It wasn't a doc.
Okay. I don't know why I wasn't in it, so I wasn't. I wasn't in it. Anyway, I could get paid.
I'm like this too, though. But even if I didn't get paid, the payment was me actually doing it and getting something on my bucket list.
Absolutely.
So
and I did this. The bowl. I think the bowl is a lot of. I know I would love to do the bowl.
Yeah. It's just, and they hear it's as big as it is. It's intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can feel their laughs, and you can just, and it was so positive.
What's your biggest crowd, TDP?
Us?
Damn.
No. Radio City Music Hall in New York.
How many?
That was, I don't know how many holds, but I got to meet Bernard King, the king of New York.
Yeah, the basketball player.
Yours?
My biggest crowd, the Forum, New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's easy.
15,000.
New Year's Eve. Who were you with?
Faithful Central. I did the New Year's Eve celebration. I've done it twice.
Ah, and who else was on the show?
I was the host. Everybody else was musical acts.
Ah, that must have been nice. All gospel musical acts?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't think.
Is that Faithful
Give it Yeah, and may God bless your year.
That's a call. I thought that was Jeff. All right, caller.
Damn.
Man. Hello?
Hey, what's up? It's Chris from Connecticut.
See.
What's up, Chris? Could you be a little more sultry?
Hello, Chris.
Y'all just gonna let an outsider come in and ruin the show like that?
Classic.
How you been, Chris?
Man, I've been good, man. How y'all been?
Good.
Can't complain.
Yes.
What's up with the fly?
Thank you.
It came in when Lewis came in. That's all I'm gonna say.
No,
it was no fly in here, and POTUS would tell you until Lewis came in.
I use Dove soap, so I know it's not me.
Special guest. Give it up for the fly.
All right, what time they go to sleep?
Yeah, he getting his. I think he's union.
man, it's good to see y'all, man. It's good for my mental health to laugh and see, older black men talking about stories and stuff. And y'all was gone for a minute, but it's good to see y'all back.
Absolutely.
That means a lot, Chris. That means a lot. Man, how's your family and everybody?
Older black man thing. You left that out.
They're doing good, Mom. My son getting ready to turn 13.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
Black man, you older.
Daddy, I'm a man.
Give me the car keys.
That's the age, man. So is he? Is he
still playing ball?
Sound it out, Lou. Sound it out.
No, I was gonna say, did you see his mustache or hair growing on him?
Wow.
Yeah, I take a moment of silence for that. I don't know, but it's a blessing to be still in my kids' lives, and I'm just taking things one step at a time.
What part of Connecticut you in?
Oh, I moved out of Connecticut like 7 years ago. I'm in Florida now.
Oh, okay.
He's in Tampa.
So he's playing ball. You said still?
He's getting into lacrosse.
Great sport, scholarship.
I used to coach lacrosse.
Jim Brown.
Yeah, lacrosse and hockey. I feel like if we got into that sport, we really dominated. Like,
hey, golf, brother, put him in golf now.
Is he a midfielder? What is he?
He's a midfielder.
Okay, so he's got some speed.
Yes,
he got some speed. Good.
Is he getting goals?
Yeah, he getting goals, man. Lacrosse is it's a sport that our community don't really know about, but
Absolutely.
It's that and hockey. I feel like, especially lacrosse, is we really need to look into that, because I really feel like that's like an underrated sport, to where if we got into it, it'll be, we take it over like we did NFL and NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you play golf?
I never played golf before.
Hey man, if you can get him in golf, I'm telling you right now, with that Lift league coming up too, they're gonna be looking for black people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so enough of that. So how's your wife?
Oh, she's doing great, man. I'm still in it, Lou. Still in it.
Good.
Good.
It's a grind. It's a grind. Well, I'm really happy for you, Chris. Stay up, be safe, and let's.
Wait a minute, you still putting out fires?
Yeah, I'm still putting out fires. I'm a battalion chief now, so.
Congratulations!
Shoot. He making bank.
So what you do?
We only been talking for 12 years. I don't know if y'all been counting.
Okay.
Well, we didn't know. We thought
So a battalion chief, you said?
Yes, sir.
So you feed the Dalmatian? That's what you do? Or you get to go? You get to go down the pole first. How it works?
You feed the Dalmatians. TDP.
We are the Skippy.
You got a fire.
Yeah. Who it's hot.
So okay, for us laymen, Chris, tell us, what does the battalion chief do? What is his function?
You pretty much run the fire department. That's the supervisor of that fire department. You run everything.
Okay.
Now, how many brothers do you have?
None. None. It's just it's just me. You know. So it's just like lacrosse, man. It's one of those things to where, you know, our community, because if you notice, we all pay attention to the same thing. We need to like branch out and look at other stuff, and it's you'd be surprised how many corporations and jobs want us.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know, so it's
So are you a captain?
Not yet.
Okay.
So
Not
is it
yet.
true that you have to be 10 times better than your counterparts?
Absolutely, 100%. That's with everything we do. Anything, even, you know, comedy. You gotta, no matter what, you always gotta be 10 times better just to get recognition. Then you gotta play the role.
Okay.
So it's you know, it's constant, but it's not a bad thing. I feel like that's at heart. You sleep better knowing that you going harder than everybody.
Yeah. What's been the most challenging thing that you've had to do or overcome or deal with?
Just life, just being, you know, a father, a husband, just daily life.
No, I meant within the fire. I meant within the fire department.
He got some shit on his mind.
Taking out the trash. Yeah, life is hard.
Cutting grass.
Overcoming. Just you know, honestly, nothing. I think if I was complaining about how to left, I think like in the beginning it was like a lot of racism, but I think that's gonna be anywhere you go. Like no matter what you do, it's just, be honest with you, nothing. Because I'm grateful for my job. Because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to do the things I'm doing in my life for myself, for my kids.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you guys take the same test? And I have a reason behind that. Remember back in the day they had an issue because they said that the test seemed to be easier for African Americans. Remember they were saying that?
No, it's backwards. You're talking about the civil service test. The test
yes, sir.
That happened in New York, New Jersey, and Philly. With African Americans were scoring above everybody, but they still weren't getting jobs.
Okay, I knew it was something like that. Yeah.
Now I was thinking earlier about the word satisfaction. So what is the most satisfying thing about being a fireman?
We get to run red lights.
This is so stupid. Satisfying, just honestly, just having a career, just being, it's a big deal to me to be able to, you know, like, and I'm pretty sure you guys do the same, especially Luke Diggs, like just being able to provide for your kids is the most satisfying part for me.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, I'm glad. Hey, Chris, stay safe, man.
Wait a minute, I got a question.
Yeah,
Okay,
we did, Lou.
Luke Diggs?
Here's a deeper question. Now, when you're in the firehouse and you know it's some European that you know you don't like, but when it's his time to cook, do you eat his food?
I do not, because but that got nothing to do with them. It's just that I come out of a Caribbean household, and coming out of our household, we're taught not to eat from people.
Oh, okay.
So I never really had that part. I know Lou would though.
No. Unless it's quiche.
Well,
yeah.
Chris, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I always feel that firemen are the real gangsters. I mean,
They are.
You know, cops go to a battle with a gun. Y'all go with water. I mean, that's some shit.
I'm gonna put this fire out.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, congratulations, man. I always respect firemen, really.
Respect y'all too, and it's I'm glad you said that because that's kind of underrated. In my opinion, firefighters are the most gangsters people in the world. Not including myself, but
Now I do have a problem with y'all ripping up shit without knowing where the fire is. I mean, what's that about?
Let me kick this door
Yeah,
down.
let me kick this. Yo, nigga, the fire's in the next house, nigga.
Yeah, what's up with all the property damage y'all do?
The smoke is over here. The fire is next door, nigga. Oh, my bad.
Well, good
I'm
for you.
using that shit.
Thank you very much,
appreciate
Chris.
y'all.
Much respect,
Y'all
man.
keep
Respect,
good
brother.
work, and,
Thanks for calling in.
All right.
I
See,
see.
Chris from Connecticut, now residing in Florida.
Tampa, that
now,
is.
An Apollo legend.
The whole time you've been gone, that was the first call.
Oh, wow.
Except calls we had. The producers called.
Fortunato didn't call?
No. And my man, what's his name? He's been.
He don't know who that is.
Nah.
My man. I forgot his name.
Who?
X?
No, the one that.
Sweet?
Yeah, Sweet.
He called in?
No, Sweet didn't call in, did he?
Yeah, thank you. Louis trying to act now, you know, TDB here. Everything changes.
No, it's true. You see how the show's funnier.
Damn.
I'm
actually happy. It is. But
just keep
TDP,
it real.
because this nigga used to bring the show down, TDP. You absolutely, I'm happy you're here. Lou be over this motherfucker on his phone. Even POTUS had to wake him up one time. Lou, get off your phone.
Okay, so listen, I was driving this morning, and I was thinking about the word satisfaction. And I was thinking about people, because it just seems like in today's society, people just have a hard time being satisfied.
Now, who made that word famous in the song?
Satisfaction.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah, okay.
That's a powerful word.
It is.
It's a powerful word.
Yeah, because when you think about it, we were told growing up, our generation, that you were satisfied.
Right.
You need to be satisfied.
You better be satisfied.
You better be satisfied, but now it has so many things that go into being satisfied.
But it was different, Lou, with the age. We were told that at a young age. Like, be happy that you're being able to eat. You got the clothes you got.
No, you better be satisfied with
Right.
what you got.
Yeah.
Right. So
I don't want that.
What's the difference? But what's the difference now with you in terms
Well,
of
now you got parents asking 2-year-old kids what they want, and the kids saying no, and then the parents trying to find something to satisfy them, and it's hard. Like, I was thinking, this was somewhat morbid, that I think there are 2 times that you're completely satisfied.
2 times.
Yes.
Okay.
In life, when you're completely satisfied, there's no
2 times in your whole life?
2 times in your life that you can say without any extra on it.
What is?
When you're born and when you die.
But you can't say, you don't have say on it.
That's what I'm saying. That's satisfaction. When you're born, you're satisfied that you're born, and when you die, there's no. That's it.
How do you know you're satisfied when you're
Yeah, I
born?
mean, especially, like, how about you catch a bullet or something? I mean, no disrespect, but I don't think that's a satisfaction type thing.
That's just my.
No, I'm asking the
No,
question.
I'm saying when you're born, you don't know you're born yet.
True, you don't.
And you're satisfied.
How?
And people are satisfied. You're satisfied. He's here. He's born. What happened? I don't know why I keep going dark.
Well, you got an iPhone 1. What you think on?
So, okay. So, I don't know. But that was... And then I was talking to my muse about it, and she was saying, hey, that, it's... She had the same thing, question. She
So you're saying you're born and you die.
Those are 2 times of satisfaction.
I think you're
It's
off.
okay. I mean, that's why I'm putting it out there.
No, I just think because what TDP said, I think it's true. You, both of them, especially on the birthday, you don't even you're not comprehending anything.
Right.
I think satisfaction comes when you're at that age when you're able to do something that you like. When your mom lets you leave that block for the first time,
But
like
even
something
when
that you.
Or you get your first car. You get your
Yeah,
driver's
yes,
license. You get first apartment. You get
Something that's really a first.
How long does satisfaction last?
About 30 seconds.
it's a moment.
Yeah.
It's a moment. Now, how long you lay in that moment is up to
How
you.
long you lay in that satisfaction?
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's the right satisfaction, you lay in it.
That
Yeah,
part.
till that kid come. Then you like, damn.
Yeah.
I went from satisfaction to old.
Yeah, where's the Roe versus Wade when I need it?
And of course, the thinking is that women are never satisfied.
Yes, that's
Oh,
true.
there you go, being general.
I mean, come on, seriously, it's hard to satisfy women.
But they dogging women out right now. A woman ain't really a woman no more.
It makes
You know what's up, man? And women ain't fighting it. It don't seem like women are even fighting it.
fighting what?
That the fact that they're, well, I guess someone like POTUS, a woman, most of them are not fighting. You don't hear it.
To your point, when they say, "What is a woman?" Only person who really got on it was Macy Gray.
Right.
And then they try to ride her to the for
Man.
no reason.
No.
All she does is puff a cigarette and tell me I don't give a.
No, but what she said
You
was
ain't
like,
no police.
all she said was,
Training day.
yeah, no police.
Let me see that warrant.
All she said was, a body parts don't make you a woman. And
Right.
man,
I'll call you what you want me to call you, but
Yeah.
that ain't. Now, why women didn't rally behind her and
And they
say, "Yeah,
didn't.
that's right."
It was a couple, but not a,
no, it wasn't even no couple.
on the little.
It wasn't.
But those who are shitting on it came from a woman.
No, I think a lot of people
Who in there?
Yeah, hey, this. Oh yeah, well, this is how
I
it goes.
think a lot of people
She
supported
don't even say
Macy. I
knock,
think
knock.
the issue was that they say that she folded on the Jenna and what is it, Jenna and Hoda show. I didn't hear what her comment was, but they said she folded under the pressure
No,
of.
It was the Price show, and what happened was the British dude, when she said
Piers Morgan.
they said right. They said she shouldn't have said woman. They said something like she shouldn't have said woman. She should have said
Female.
no. Something right. Exactly, female. But I don't back to it. I don't see a lot of people coming out to her defense. You don't hear none of these big name people.
You got to be unapologetic.
A lot of people got careers. They don't want to mess up.
So
right, and then she has a large LGBTQ community.
Who? Macy?
Following, yeah.
And she got a new album coming out.
But she's not
how
gay,
they
is
gonna
she?
support her.
She's not gay, is she?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know if she has a large following, but she says she respects the community. That's what she said.
well, we all do.
Yeah.
I mean, some.
But that's not what the community
Yeah.
is portraying to her.
They're not supporting her.
Why you can't say that? Why?
Well,
Why are
She's getting
you so
bullied. She's actually
offended?
getting bullied. Exactly.
Right.
well, I mean, the whole thing about nowadays people standing up for what they believe is right. So, okay.
What do you think about
Yeah.
I look at
open the gate.
I look at it the same way with the Brittany Griner thing. You don't see a lot of lesbians and people from the LGBT.
Yeah, they trying to blame it on LeBron James.
Shh,
What the fuck that got to do with it? He didn't have a vape.
If it was LeBron, first of all, doesn't fly commercial,
And he wouldn't have got caught.
and he
like
never
that.
would have got, and
So-
he never would have done it.
And he would have put it on Bronny. Yo, take that.
But here's the part that gets me. This is the part that bothers me. They go, well, it's because the women don't make that much and they got to go overseas. I posted, I said, do you know how many years, decades men have been going overseas to play ball?
Absolutely.
So,
and still doing
and
it.
women too. So, you're not the first. She
Right.
messed up.
Okay, you have to move over. That's Jeff's seat.
I'm not moving over. Why? Nah. You sit by Jeff. I'm not moving, bro. I've been sitting here for
But the
4
underlying
months.
current-
Now you're going to try to make me move.
The underlying current in that situation is Russian said
I moved.
No, you didn't.
I usually sit there.
Really?
No, you didn't really move. Come on. Go ahead, TDP. I apologize.
Russia said, okay, we'll give it back, but we need 2 of our
They can't do that trade.
spies.
No, they want the one dude. They can't do that
they
trade.
want 2.
Who else they want? They want that minister, the guy,
There's 2 of them. There's one that's they got
14
housed
years.
in
Illinois.
Colorado,
in Illinois.
and the one in Illinois.
The one in Illinois is the one, though.
And the one in Colorado is the one too.
They want both of
They
them?
want both of them.
Bro, if they do that, if they do a deal like that,
What? What? If they do a deal like that, they'll get on Fat Tuesday. So what?
Comrade!
if they
Babushka.
if they do a deal like that,
That's
do
grandmother
you know what's
in
going to happen,
Russia.
bro?
What's gonna happen?
Oh, you're going to have a political storm that's going to be, you can't give up a merchant of death for a basketball
Don't
player.
say what they can't do.
Well,
Yeah.
They make
that's-
deals every day that you know nothing about.
that's
Right.
true. But would you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
You
the
would give up the-
WNBA. Yeah, I'd give them up for see her.
Yeah.
She can slam,
Okay.
and her wife is pretty.
Your wife is gorgeous.
She's single now.
Well, for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Jeff!
I
Jay!
tried. Hey, I tried to
Jeff,
tell him that was
my
your
boy
seat.
Jeff is in the house.
No, we don't get no doubt for you.
What? What are you talking about? I just
know
told
Jeff-
him that we were friends. I like him and Guy
Okay, let me see if I
Torrey.
can.
What else?
That's right,
Okay.
Jeff,
Jazzy.
I don't get no damn. Oh, I'm gonna say I gotta check that one
It
out.
don't matter because that's my boy, so he ain't got to give me no dab.
So get you up to speed. We talking about Brittany Griner. How Russians want their 2 spies in exchange for her.
I say you,
Oh, we
you can't do
live
it.
too.
Yeah,
No, you're lying.
you're alive.
Oh,
I say we can't give up who they want for her
Why not?
Thank you. Thank you, Jazzy.
because this guy sold arms to countries that were going to kill Americans.
and we've sold arms.
To motherfuckers that we doing.
So
this
there we
in
go
Ukraine.
again. I'm talking about
Contra.
this situation right now, right?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Europeans
Same
don't
thing.
change. They do the same thing
Okay.
over and over.
So
and
you're
over
saying that we
again.
should give it up?
Yeah.
Not we. I have nothing to do.
No, I'm
with it.
asking you because you what Jeff feels and you feel.
Yeah,
What
I
I'm
feel
saying is
that
the
we should
LGBT elemental P's ain't trying to make no move.
exchange.
That's what I'm saying too. They haven't really talked about it.
That part.
Oh, wow, hilarious. He didn't want to tell me who it was. That's right.
She kicked him off the project.
He didn't want to tell me who it was.
It's all
She wants
good.
me to direct it now. No.
Wow.
Just kidding. I keep.
Should let R.
A
Kelly
lot of
direct it.
people are upset because other people have been over there for years and have
I
not
had no
been
headphones.
I get him.
brought home. I got you, Jeff. Hang on. So a lot of people were upset because they're making her a priority.
Yes. And we got a Marine over there that's been there 4 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Wheeling.
he's trained.
Okay. Okay.
No, you're right. I mean,
Go ahead,
I've been to Russia. I've been there, but
Everyone was been out the
I
country.
went there with the military. You got to go there with the military.
I did it, but look, each and every one of us has been out the country.
Yeah.
When you go to customs, they give you a slip that tells you what you can and cannot bring in the country.
Right.
So
What you're declaring.
yes, and you have to let them know. Now, if you do it at customs and say, "Yo, I got cannabis," whatever, they're not going to arrest her because she's letting them know she was bringing it into the country. It's not like in America where we can fly from. We go through the TSAs here, and then when you get to New York, you can just grab your bag and keep pushing. You can't do that when you go overseas.
TSA here are horrible.
But she was.
They
What they do is she was randomly selected. That's
Right.
That's how they get you. They randomly select you. They ask you a gang of invasive questions and
And then they had a dog.
what you doing here. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not happy she's in that situation, but I don't like the fact what you said earlier that if that was LeBron or if that was a man, it's like, wait a minute, because guess what? If it was a black ball player that's not as big as LeBron, we all would have been said, dumb motherfucker, shouldn't have had no weed with him.
Well, I wouldn't have said that. You would have said that.
But even if LeBron took a private plane and went over there and got her and brought her back, they still would have took the credit for it.
This is how
They should let Trump get her.
Chris Spencer.
Exactly. She wrote the wrong letter.
Chris.
Trump
But they're
got
not
the
gonna
Ball
do that.
brothers out.
Hey,
China.
Yeah.
But you know they're not going to do that one. Trump's not going to do it now, because when he did do the ball thing, they didn't give him no credit.
Yes, they did.
He said that. Remember, he said that I should have left him over there
We
because
should
they was
stop
dissing
talking
him.
about politics because we don't know what we're talking about.
Yes, we do. You don't know.
Right.
You
He
don't
gave
know
him
what you're
credit.
talking about.
You don't.
Well, no, he got mad because the father didn't give him the credit.
Thank you.
Right.
See,
That's why we call him John Lemon. Now you
Father.
see.
but I just said it. You said we didn't know what we was talking about.
He's the
LeVar
news
was
guy.
like, yo, my sons was going to get released eventually.
right.
Yeah.
Thank
They
you, Jeff.
did nothing wrong. So he's like, so I don't know.
But he did.
taking
He stole some
credit.
glasses.
Yeah, but he said eventually they was going to get released. It's going to have to go to court. And LeVar was willing to go to court. But Trump stepped in, because he wanted that black vote.
Right.
And LeVar was like, well, he ain't really do us no favor. We was going to beat it anyway.
So
So,
let me ask you this then. What about Brittany then?
I mean, she pleaded guilty.
She had to.
She didn't have to.
She didn't have to, but for them to get
She's
the
trying
negotiation,
to expedite the
Right.
situation. So, you got to, my thing is, when you go to other countries, you got to know their laws. The same laws don't apply here that apply there.
They don't
And people
travel.
take it for granted
Right.
that, I can sneak this in, I can sneak that in, and I can get away. Yeah, she's played over there before,
8 years.
and she's gotten away with it before.
Right.
This ain't her first time going over there, with the vapes. This is just this time that, Putin is upset now. So any American that come through there, and you gotta look at her. She's what, 6'6",
6'9".
6'9"?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she gonna stand out. She's an American.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna
But
get
Jeff,
back
why would
now.
you put yourself in that position?
She didn't know.
She did not know.
You really believe that she packed her bags and didn't know?
She
She
knew
said
what
she
was
packed
doing.
in a hurry. I don't pack in a hurry.
Come on, bro.
But the thing is, she
come on.
probably knew it because she's done it before. That's habit.
So that's not making a mistake.
no, it's habit.
Hindsight is always 20/20. Now, if you've been over there the 8 years she's been going, they know who she is. Now, when you
Right.
get to the airport, it's wartime. Snatch her. We need that. That's a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
There you go.
She
She's high profile in the
what they
US.
needed.
Casualty of war. It's a bargaining chip. Snatch
So
her
you're
up.
saying that what she had would have made no difference. They would have grabbed her anyway.
Anyway,
I don't believe that, man. Because it happened because it happened before the war started.
nobody cares what you believe.
I understand
It's
that.
going down.
Did it happen before the war started?
It's right around that time.
It happened a week before the war started. She got picked up.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
mean, come on.
That's our segment of politics, not knowing politics. I'm Louis Dix.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
Dan Green.
It just feels so good to.
Oh, shut up and get on with the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just,
But it is good to have you guys.
This ain't the love boat.
man, you don't know, man. It's just like,
What?
I know.
your son.
I know.
What?
I was getting ready to put a pistol.
You. On me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your son saved you.
What are you
He
talking
like, yo, Unc, what's with you and Pops?
Yeah.
I'm like, and then he told me, he's like, yo, eating. It's like, man,
Say what?
your eating habits.
What?
Fat Sal's? Really?
No, I had a
It's like,
sandwich.
wow.
So, okay, first of
Oh,
all.
Highland? You did that fast time?
Yeah. First of all, okay, my son came to me talking about what's up with you and Uncle Jeff. He calls him Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, as he should.
That's your uncle.
He been there at the beginning.
So I'm like, nothing. He just, he's like, yeah, when he said you ain't effing with him. I was like, no, I went over and saw him.
Why your voice so high?
Yeah. Sound like Chris Tucker.
So, okay. But he's very concerned. He said you only got one friend.
Right.
And he said at your age.
And he's actually probably right. You only have one friend.
Yeah.
I'm your boy, though.
Not really.
Damn, I got clipped already.
I want you to be my friend, but it's just not the same. You know how it's
You don't move me.
I don't stir the pot up.
And I tried. I really did. I invited him.
Right.
It just didn't. I was like,
Wow.
He didn't park right. Yeah. It's just,
And then he wondered why he.
He's from Philly and all that. I was like, all right, let me
Supported the man.
no, y'all from the same side in Philly?
Yeah.
No,
No,
no.
I'm from West. I'm from the
And
right
he
side.
had a
He's
white
from the
mother.
suburbs.
So,
Oh wow.
Yeah, that'll make a difference.
Yeah, he had a white mother. He grew up. He didn't eat canned food. So he didn't have SpaghettiOs.
Everything he's saying I did, he had.
Y'all
Jeff
niggas
had
is
two
wilding
parents.
worse than Chicago.
Nah, I know we are
Y'all
wild right
niggas
now,
is
though.
wilding.
Okay, now hold up.
Y'all
Now,
y'all
wait.
niggas is wilding.
They
Okay,
are wild right now.
but Chicago is a whole nother level.
Nah,
Wow.
y'all niggas.
Y'all
is-
started it.
Yeah, y'all started.
Y'all
Let's
started.
just
and
come
y'all
on now.
and y'all catching up quick.
No, and LA too.
No,
I
LA,
didn't say nothing. Why you mad at me?
no, but Chicago is
Chicago is the
it's the blueprint. It's
bluept.
the template. Like everybody mentions Chicago
let's
when
just get
the
real.
elections come.
Chicago's just on one.
We could just save one black kid in Chicago.
Y'all got. I mean,
Philly's
come on.
off the chain now
Y'all
because
niggas is wilding.
yeah.
The world is wilding.
Yeah, y'all doing.
What?
Afternoon, y'all doing afternoon robberies.
Hey man, what niggas be sleeping at night?
It's like y'all got the Mexicans
rest at
involved in it now.
Which one was this?
Which one?
It would just happened like 2 days ago.
I'm messed up that they killed that old man with the.
No, they shouldn't have did that. That they got to get them.
10 years and 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
did
the
you see
girl,
the video?
but the girl, they didn't get the
No,
girl
I didn't
yet.
see the video.
You didn't see the video?
No, do you have the
It's
video?
vicious.
It was
vicious.
it was fucked up. I mean, when you look at it at first, you kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna laugh at this, and then when you see them and they hitting them with it,
Oh, so
I
I thought
couldn't laugh.
I
I mean,
wondering,
they
just
hitting them
threw it.
with it. They
And the
hitting
girl
them
was
with
the one that came up and
And
hit
she
him
hit
in
him-
the back of the head.
when
They
he
didn't
was-
get her
when-
yet.
When he was down, she just came up and just like that was like the
Even when he
fatal
was walking
blow.
away, she ran
Yeah.
behind him and hit him in the head with that
That's,
comb.
why
Those
is
combs are heavy,
why are
bro.
these kids so evil?
They
Parents,
just like
man.
that now,
the
man.
parents ain't shit.
They like that now.
Parents ain't shit.
So you believe it's the parents?
Now I believe it's society.
Society as a whole,
I
but
believe right now
They're a different breed.
Yeah, the pandemic unleashed just
I don't even say
more
pandemic,
than
yeah.
a virus, yo.
Hellhounds are loose.
It's just
right
like you know.
and there's no repercussions.
But
They,
what-
they,
what-
Because today, my experience, even at the dime, I'm dealing with 21 to 26.
And what do you notice?
And they don't give a fuck.
now. Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Now, in what? Okay, help me
In
understand
anything.
that. About-
In anything. They challenging. They sensitive.
yep.
They're
You can't tell them
demeaning.
nothing. You can't tell them nothing.
No
They're
moral compass.
derogatory. It's nothing.
so no rules.
It's like yo, especially the young girls now. I mean, they
the
come to the
worst.
club now, and they wear house slippers. House slippers.
Yeah.
And then they will curse you out
you say
because
so.
they have house slippers on and tell you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And will get up in your face
now, do you
and
think?
want to fight
Wait.
you.
Is it the Puma ones or the ones with the fur on them?
I think it's the furs.
The fur ones.
Okay.
with the rabbit ears.
Now you know what that is. That's prostitution. That's what that is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guys come. It's like lately, I have to do like a real in-depth search now. I got to run my
better.
thumb through the waistband.
Yeah.
Like TSA?
Yeah, and I don't caught like maybe the last 2 months, maybe 15 to 20
Guns?
with it on them.
Damn.
Are they ghost guns or are they regular?
No, they regular.
regular.
And what do you do when you?
I'm just like, yo, homie, no, not tonight. They're like, OG, man, I respect that because you OG, but I don't leave the house naked.
Right.
and
too
then you
much
make them
going on.
take it
Yeah,
back
but
to
at
their
least put it
car.
in the car.
I just like, nah, you can't come in tonight. You can't.
Are you
And
ever
it's a-
fearful?
Yes, all the time. I don't take that job for granted. I'm always vigilant. I'm always on my P's and Q's. I don't take shit for granted because if you slip, that's the time they're going to catch you.
Yeah, he does. He searched me one time.
And I mean, it's to the point where, like the other night, this young girl, 24, bitch took off her top Had a sports bra on. It's like, let's go, old nigga.
You?
Yes.
Well, nigga, I showed you what to do.
Okay, now take that sports bra off and we can go.
No, but I've never been fearful, but that night I was scared that night.
Wait a minute, what
Because
happened?
you felt that energy.
The dude was there,
Yeah, so you know that was.
and I knew he had something on him because they went back to the car.
Yeah.
And they was provoking us. And I got a big dude out there, big motherfucker, Bones.
Yeah.
It's big motherfucker. He straight A-Tray Crip.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he stood in front of me. I'm like, Bones, I'm good. I always keep my shit on me.
Right.
But then I'm just like, okay, I can't give them the reason. Because they provoking us. They want this reason. They want to shoot.
Right.
And you can hear it in their voice. It's doing like that. Come on, old motherfucker.
Making air patties.
Let's go.
Making air patties.
Is it a certain night, Jeff?
You want a double or a single?
It's
It's
any given
Thursdays
night.
is popular. Like,
No, it's any given night now.
Yeah.
wow.
It's any given night now.
Do you think it's not because there's no consequences for the kids now?
No,
You know,
I
because
mean,
they're not. They let
Like
them
he
in and
said,
out.
they don't give a fuck.
But I'm saying,
it
on
was
top
a
of that,
murder.
you know
It
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
murder.
You think
a
so?
block away from my house, like 2 months ago.
And you live in a nice neighborhood.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a murder. 22-year-old, good-looking kid. They showed this picture. Got shot in the head twice.
It's a
And then
nice
rob him
neighborhood,
up
but
and-
where he's at, that whole lane right there is
Yeah,
active.
Melrose.
It's
It's
active.
hot.
Wow.
It's hot. And I be telling niggas that be coming from out of town, they be draped in the ice. And I be like, man, you know where you at? Yeah, homie. Where you at, man? I'm in L.A. It's hot out here. I know the weather. No, it ain't that type of hot. It's hot out here.
Yeah.
It's hot out here,
Yeah.
man. Yo, what
They've
you
been
doing?
saying that a lot too.
You bragging,
Cause
homie.
some nights I know my boy Jazzy out there. I just feel like to go to the corner and park, and I'm sitting there with the cannon, like, yeah.
You know, and then when you get the army of these niggas roll up, it's just like, hey man, yo, okay, they about to bring the heat. And they walking up like, you know, excuse me, they got the Hennessy bottle like this. They walking up.
Like they're in the house.
Yeah, they like, you know, and they like, what up, OG? And I'm just like, what's up, man?
Can't come in there
You
with
can't
that.
walk up drinking like that. And then they grab it and they're like, what's up, homie?
Damn.
It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? We from Tennessee. Like, okay, I don't know how they do it in Tennessee.
Right.
But you got to recognize where you at, player.
Right,
You in
absolutely.
L.A. right now. You in 2 different states, 2 different cities. Oh, OG, you ain't got to come at me like that. Yeah, I do. If you telling me what they do in Tennessee and Memphis, I'm telling you how we do it here in L.A.
Right.
And like me and you always had that conversation. Niggas got to understand. I had to learn. I'm a straight street nigga. These L.A. niggas ain't no joke.
I just said
These
it.
niggas, yo. These young niggas, these LA niggas, they real about it. And what motherfuckers don't understand is that when we inside, we do feel protected because we got an army of niggas in there.
Right.
And they ready to go to war with us. And when them niggas come out there, they be like, yo, OG, nigga, you good? You know? And I'll be like, yeah, we good right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, it's just the climate right now. And I've seen it change over the last year when we came out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Wow.
These niggas is mad. Locked up for 2 years.
Right.
And it wasn't institutionalized, correctional.
Right.
It was in a house.
That's work, but that's even
So-
that's crazy though.
Yeah, but-
because you ain't it ain't the prison that's causing you to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
But it's
I know
in
you
their
the house, but it ain't
mind,
the
though.
prison. Yeah.
In their mind, being subjected and told what not to do. You can't go nowhere.
Right.
You can't have nothing. PP money has ran out.
Right. And
Drug
ain't no
money.
re-ups.
Ain't no re-ups.
Ain't no re-ups on that one.
You know, look how many motherfuckers came up doing the PPP.
Absolutely.
All of that.
What does it mean when someone says they want to be in your video chat, whatever?
I'm not on the, you know.
That means they want you to go live with them.
See, people gotta understand. See, with the social media, I ain't with all of that.
I don't know
And
how to do
people
that
tell
either.
me I need to get with it, but you know, that's all evidence right there. So everything that you're doing, that's all evidence.
Evidence of what?
Whatever. So when
I'm
they
not
want to
doing
pull,
anything.
if you say something wrong, the way cancel and all of that is right now, they'll pull that shit up.
Right.
So should I go ahead and just?
That's on you.
Because the algorithm is clicking on certain words.
All right, I gotta
Ain't that
go,
weird?
y'all.
Yeah, we gotta go now.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
So, are you sure you want to end your live video? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I just don't fuck with it. Because when you do something, what's the first thing they do? They go to your social media.
Right.
Now, when you do application, you have to list your social media.
Right.
And if you say you don't have any, and then they come to find out that you do, you could be terminated.
Absolutely.
Because you lied on the application.
That's true because you can't put anything that says anything that you say Harvard Westlake. If you put it in there, they got it.
Yeah.
For real? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes right.
Especially if you do a hashtag with it.
You can't say anything bad now because then you represent Harvest Westlake.
Right. Right.
So even when you're not there, you're still representing them. So you can't say anything.
I can't say anything. Yeah, but
It's like even if you have somebody who's doing whatever in the streets, number in your phone, if they get their contacts and you in there, you're a conspiracy to that until you prove otherwise.
it's like Venmo. Okay, just kidding.
And niggas don't even know what's the latest thing now. You heard of AirTag?
No, what is that?
You heard of AirTag?
Yeah.
You heard of AirTag? Nigga, that's what niggas is putting shit on bitches' car.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. And they can follow you.
And they can follow you.
What do you mean?
It's like an app.
It's like an app.
Yeah.
They
Or
actually
got-
physically put something on the car?
Or they can just tap into your phone. All this shit, they can just tap into your phone now.
So then what happens is wherever you go, it's just
Then
like they can
everybody
follow
knows
you.
the location.
It's like a
That's
GPS.
It's like when you send people directions.
Yeah, I heard
and all
about
of
that.
Or when you send people pictures, sometimes your location is attached to that.
Right. Right.
You know, all this now, man, it's just like a setup now. Like I had to tell Lil Lou. You know, I love them to death. I'm like, hey man, be careful fucking with these women out here. These young girls.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
it's
You
a
can't
different
bring
time.
everybody to the house. Had this conversation with him. I was like, you can't bring everybody to the house, man. The house is supposed to be your sanctuary. It's supposed to be peace of mind. Well, you get away from all of this shit out here.
Right.
You know, because he's now what I'm seeing from him is he living the best of both worlds. You know, he's a student, but now he trying to be that street nigga.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, nigga, be careful
late.
how you walk in these streets, yo. You know, you going to the
Because
after
women are doing the gang
it's
setups.
like you going to the after hours. You know, I done been through all of what you going through.
Turn your light off.
You know, and he like, nah, Unc, I'm good. I'm like, yo, you know, like the other night I had to make sure when he was walking to his car. I'm like, nigga, let me know when you come. Park in the back. I'll make sure you get out. You know, you parked in your 2010 Benz down the street. You walk in, you know, I know you a little tipsy, but niggas, you know, be watching you.
Yeah, let me say this to that because this is a real situation out here. See a car with the lights off, don't blink your lights, let them know that their lights isn't off.
Yeah, it's gang
That's
initiation.
some gang shit.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
If you at the gas station, somebody pull up on you and ask you for directions, don't say shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Get in your car, even if the goddamn nozzle is in there, act like you're going to get your heat or get your heat.
Right.
That's some gang shit. That's what's going on right now.
In L.A. or
LA right now.
Wow.
That's what's going on right now.
I learned the best thing sometimes what works is when you just like, if you come across a bunch of motherfuckers and you don't, you know, the ego takes over and like, I ain't gonna let these niggas back down. Sometimes I just like talk to myself. Well, if I have my headphones in, I just be on the phone, like just engaged in like a heated conversation. Well, a couple of motherfuckers been like, yo, OG, I ain't mean, it's all good, nigga.
You know what
Put it
I've
down
done
a
before?
notch.
When you see the situation approaching, I just speak. Hey, how you young brothers doing?
Yeah, that works a lot too.
You know, I mean, you know, just kind of like kill it. Like you let them know you ain't about no, you know trouble. I mean, when I used to work for FedEx, that's what I used to do. What I used to do.
Why this
deliver.
nigga wetting my gun?
I handle it differently. I just be in the house by 8:30. I just be in the house by 8:30.
But there's no rules, there's no regulations. You could be walking and dude could pass you by, then double back and dome you in the back of the head.
Right.
It's wild like that. Yo.
But it's so brazen because, like I was saying, the murder on my block, the next block over, full of police. Full of police. You know where the gas station is at?
Yeah.
Right there. And the 4 motherfuckers with they shit out, robbed an Asian family.
Yeah, I heard about
Right
that.
there
That was
in
the
broad
news.
daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right at the gas station. You got a block full of police. And these motherfuckers is like, and then the craziest shit, they got the mounted police now. All up in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the horses, they don't know where the fuck they going.
Right.
You had a guy get robbed at his store, and they got the call, it was the wrong address. You know, they running up in Melrose. It's like a free fall on Melrose.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Why has Melrose changed so much, though?
Because it
Did
was
I-
that high-end store.
Yeah.
Because of the TV series, Melrose Place.
Right.
It was Jewish at the time. That whole area is Jewish. And then Spike Lee came over there with the 40 Acres
40
of
Acres
Muse,
of the Mule.
his
Yeah.
clothing line. He was one of the first. Then Norm Nixon, Debbie Allen, Denzel, they had their restaurant over there.
And then across the
Down
street,
there,
they had,
Poinsettia
and
down
then
there.
they had the closing spot across the
George's.
street.
Yeah,
there.
George's. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, then you just saw all of a sudden, I moved over there in 11. It was cool as fuck. And then slowly by like 17, 18, you just saw the dynamics change.
Yeah.
You know, like you got, like, I used to walk and run around them. I don't even do that no more.
Right.
I don't even do that no
Well, you
more.
know they had that shooting over there a couple of years ago. They shot that dude right in the middle of the street, right there on Melrose.
At Shoe Palace.
Yeah.
Young Mexican.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was my spot.
I don't even cross that street.
Right.
I go across.
That's Spalding.
Yeah, no, that's Genesis.
TDP knows
Yeah,
the street
Genesis.
name and
That's
everything.
Genesis.
Oh,
That's
Genesis.
Genesis. I don't even cross in that intersection because I knew the dude that was murdered.
He was a brother.
Yes, he's a good-looking kid, 32. He came to the dime all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And that hurt me. That like kind of touched.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the video, I was like, damn. He didn't even see the shit coming.
Right.
He just got out his car and just walked up like, what's going on? And the young Mexican kid just pulled it up out and just cocked it and hit him like in the back of the head. And I was like, wow.
Wow, it's
Did they
crazy.
get him?
Yeah, they called him.
Hey, I'm Lil Sticks.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
And Dan and Green.
I don't know the name of the show.
In a man's world. Tighten up your belt.
That's not for you to say. Stay in your lane.
Also, well, you want to teach me these new rules since we got some guests
We
all of
have
a sudden.
talent here now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You were just trying to hold it down to two talented guys game.
I got you.
The news guy, funny guy,
Just me hanging out.
and I'm the straight guy.
John Lemon.
Yeah, he got upset. We told him John Lemon.
Really?
he was
Did you have to bring that up?
Just thank you, TDP.
Yeah, why
Because you
not?
know he's going to be defensive, and then it's going to
See,
be...
that's the thing. Always been telling him he's defensive, but he doesn't believe it.
Okay.
Dan, and we were talking about the Fat Tuesday thing. He got upset. He started crying. He started crying. He said, "Guy used to be my friend."
Marsha.
Yeah. He said,
What
"Guy."
happened with that?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
No.
I saw it.
I lived it.
I
That
didn't.
part.
Okay, so I never
lived it.
went
There
to
it is.
Fat Tuesdays. I don't.
I
think.
did Fat Tuesday once. I did it once.
What,
And
was
that
he the host?
No, Guy was. I did it once. And
And-
that was I mean, it was a good thing. I mean, I can say this, even with you back then, it was more like it was favoritism. It was who was bringing the heat to the stage at that time. And it was like y'all had y'all favorite rotation of, cuz certain motherfuckers
It's funny how
was
he says
consistent.
y'all. I
No,
mean,
it
I'm
was
saying,
certain-
but I'm just making the point.
It was
cool.
consistency. It was certain motherfuckers that was always had privileged access to it. That would just come in and just like that. And it was just like, you get to the point where it's like, all right.
Well,
I
you know what a lot
you,
of people don't
I
know, too.
You, I just can't get up. Or it's like, oh, not. And back then, even the immature came out with the ego. It's like, oh, now I got to go to a booker now.
But let me
Just can't come to you
say
now?
this though.
So
What
and
a lot
I-
of people don't know. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing. But a lot of people don't know is that we used to get calls from all over the country, like
to perform.
but not just from comedians, like agents. People were like, "Yo, we're gonna come in town." So it might have been a guy you might have seen before, and then this guy got to come back. You know what I'm saying? So we had a lot of that.
Okay.
I just felt that.
I don't remember it being that good.
Man, we
For Fat Tuesday?
used to have 320,
did you ever go?
330.
No, I never performed.
Did you ever go?
I might have walked by.
I mean,
it.
it was.
How long was it?
They
It was
made
for 10
the-
years. I didn't know it was for
But
10
they
years.
made the
Our first 6 years were unbelievable.
When I got banned, it was in the belly room.
So you were early.
okay.
You were way early in the game.
Okay.
That's when I got
That
banned.
How
was the
long was
first
it
year.
in the main room?
Okay, so this was how it went down. We started in the belly room, and then about 6 months to a year in, we felt like we should have one night down in the main room.
Right.
So we called it Fatter Days. And what happened was, because we was blowing out the belly room, then we had Fatter Days and we sold out. And then we did that for like about 3 or 4 months, and then guy was like, we need to just move it down here permanently. And then
When
that's
did y'all
what we
start
did.
the belly? Because y'all must
We started the belly room in '96.
Because me and Marv was there in like 92, 93.
No, but it wasn't cracking. We wasn't even.
But me and Marv, we was doing the belly room.
Oh, yeah.
We had it cracking every Saturday night.
Yeah, y'all did Saturdays, yeah.
Yeah, because Eddie Griffith, he fucked that up for us.
But see, the thing about
But we love Eddie.
How
though.
did
Well-
he do that?
I mean, Eddie, because Eddie was coming up at that time.
Right.
Eddie was on the rise, so you couldn't deny the talent, and people wanted to see him.
Right.
But the thing about it was, Eddie would do like 3.5, 4 hours.
Right.
And you couldn't get him off stage.
Right. But the difference, what happened with the Eddie Griffin thing is Eddie Griffin came off of the Monday night. Because if you remember back in the day, Monday night used to be the open mic. Remember when my boy Danny Grayson used to host? God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Danny Grayson.
Yeah, that was my guy. So after Danny
Danny
would do the show, see, Lou, you didn't even know it was cracking.
Cup of cone.
Yeah,
Cup of
right.
cone.
He going there with a bat. Remember that? So after
off
Danny,
on him.
after
I
Danny
went
with
off on
Grayson,
Yeah, you went off on him.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it was one of those nights.
What, at the Comedy Theater?
Yeah.
Was I on stage?
Yeah.
I was hosting.
One of the nights I had to save your ass.
What
Yeah,
happened?
you just
yeah,
went off
'cause
on
Danny
him.
was definitely
What do you
L.A.
mean, on the mic?
You just went off on him,
He
period.
was L.A. So anyway,
What did I say to him? Hold up. I need
Danny
to
had
find
the
out.
Monday nights, and then after that, Eddie Griffin. No, we was telling the story, and then Eddie Griffin came on and would do. Remember that late night?
Yeah.
Because then Alex Thomas was working with him on that. If y'all remember that, right? So that's where it all came about. And then guy came up and said to me, "Said yo, you want to be down? I'm going to start this night on Tuesday." And we said okay, because nobody, the improv, none of that was cracking. No one had
So
no
you
other
started
nights.
with Guy?
I was there from day one.
And
I probably was the first person on stage because I used to open up the show.
And he still didn't put you in the dark.
No, you know, it is what it is.
So I heard about when I was listening on the way why motherfuckers don't like you.
Like me? What?
Did you agree?
What? What do you mean people don't like me?
No, they don't.
They don't?
Especially the comics, no.
Nah, it's got nah.
No, you're very condescending.
No, I'm not.
And very and
I would say, but I'll
no,
spit
you're
it.
very condescending to motherfuckers in your
I'm
way.
not.
Sinead O'Connor. What do you say?
You are.
What do you
Bo,
mean?
you are.
Condescending.
And the way you come in and your approach to motherfuckers back then was like, wow. It was like, it really was. You would come in and be like, yeah, what up? And just like walk right past it. Motherfuckers would be like,
I would
yo.
speak to people.
Nah, it was the way you spoke to people. It was the, you. It's
Well,
like
you
because-
were large at that time.
because
Louis
you
Dix.
were.
You were ahead of
Comics
all
was
of us.
coming up the steps, and you was there.
Yeah.
You was there. It was like at the Comedy Act back then. It was Robin, and then it was you, and you had that privilege where you walked in, and your arrogance showed it.
Okay, first of all, let's not say I had that privilege because when I first got to Comedy Theater, I was working the spotlight.
Right, but you
Every
earned
day.
that privilege though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was
You
working.
earned that
None of
privilege.
them worked the spotlight.
See, just like how you
And-
talking now, that's how you were
No,
talking.
but
about
no,
back
none of them
then.
worked the spotlight, and none of them would. All right, none of them would go on first. I would go on right after. Nobody wanted to go up first, and I said I'll go up first.
What
to
year was
break
this
the
though,
ice.
Cass?
It's like 89.
Okay.
89, 90. And
90?
nobody, and when we all first got there, everybody wanted to be, and I said, okay, I'll work. I'll do the spotlight. So I wasn't arrogant. I was I was hustling.
He was very, 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 very. Especially when you landed a different world.
When I was doing the warm up?
Yes. It really showed.
No.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah,
Well, how did we become friends?
While you was parking your
Accident.
car, your ego was already in there. Your ego was already in there. Like, okay. The flesh is getting ready to catch up right now. It was.
Cause you had your Robert Townsend uniform on.
Man, a long jacket,
Yeah, you
everything.
come in.
Yeah.
Like
Come
the
in,
fake
swing that
Matrix.
motherfucker and be like, yo, go right to Robin, like, yo, who next? Oh, okay, cool. And then you couldn't deny the talent because you go up and you would blaze the stage.
Because you did clean comedy, you thought everybody was peasants.
Yeah, exactly.
That one is a little
Exactly.
true. That is
That's
true though.
it,
man.
right
'Cause
there.
I remember.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
like the audacity you are. You up here cursing, profanity, sexual innuendos, and look what I've done. Yeah, please.
No, that's
Yeah, you were like that.
I was very humble.
No, the first time I met you, you was with Jazzy, and that's when they were doing comedy at that little church right there on La Brea at the bottom. What is that? Damn, what street is that?
Adams, the one on the corner.
No, Inglewood.
Oh, okay.
Inglewood.
Oh yeah, I
View
remember-
Park.
Yeah, View Park. Yeah.
Yeah, View Park at La Brea. Right there in that little back down in there, it was clean comedy. And I was in there. I saw y'all come in on the top, and I finished. And then Jazzy introduced me to you. You was like, oh, you're pretty clever, but pull your pants up and walked away.
Yeah, he always had that like
Dr. Cosby.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, he wanted everybody because he was like from that school. And it's like everybody should be doing it this way.
Yeah.
I did not say pull your pants.
Yes, you did.
Wow, look how many
Pull
times you
your
said.
pants and walked off.
Look how many times you said motherfucker on stage. Wow. It's like, okay, man.
All right.
Didn't like TK at first. You didn't. You didn't.
Really?
Yes. He was like, oh, he's nasty.
He's so dirty.
Yeah, he's
dirty.
gross. He's very gross.
Peasants.
Talking about
That was you. That was your energy out there. Everybody was peasants.
No, I don't.
He was banking though.
How dare he get on stage and talk about that? Oh, that's disgusting.
Okay.
And
All
people
right.
are
So I'm
laughing.
curious. All right. So that wasn't that way to you. Now I
No,
can
because
tell you why.
because I bust your ass in basketball.
Right. That is exactly.
You and Martin, I bust your ass in basketball.
That is exactly.
I
Put
shut
the
that
running
shit.
rebels on.
And that's why a lot of them niggas didn't fuck with me to this day.
That's exactly. Yeah.
Chris
right.
Spencer, all them niggas, Speedy, all them niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Poinsettia.
Yeah.
Point setter.
Yeah, that's where everybody used to
But
go.
that's
The
what
brick building.
Yes.
But what I met you at, because
Outdoor court too.
he would come over there. It was 18th and Washington under the viaduct. It was Toberman Park.
Right.
Oh.
It was over there.
Yeah.
And that's when Martin was doing his thing. And I was just like, I'm with Robin. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to blend in with these motherfuckers and all that. And Martin thought he was doing something. And I'm like, all right. And then he come in like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he
No,
like-
I knew I couldn't play.
And then my cousin came and then Daryl, because I lost. And Daryl was like, hey, man, yo, what you gonna do, man? I don't fuck around with these niggas. You gonna kill these niggas? I'm like, all right, let's go.
Right.
And then me and Daryl just demolished them.
No, I knew I couldn't play.
TDB, can you play?
Knock it off.
Okay.
Yeah, he could play.
You can?
Knock it off.
Yeah, he could play.
I retired with honors.
Got the gold coat.
I retired with honors.
Hall of Famer.
Man.
I really told you to pull your pants up.
Yeah. But at that spot right down there.
See, they don't know what that is. See, when you play the pickup, and you had the props and the status when niggas like, who got him? I got him. It's like, and then you cause the two defenders to argue. You got him, nigga, or what? You want to switch? Like,
See, I played one time with Lewis and we was down there with King on 16th down there in Santa Monica.
Right.
But I'm coming down with the right. That nigga and then went to the left. Who got him? It don't matter, homie.
I'm getting mine.
Lewis tried to grab her. Give me that.
yeah.
Weak ass out the way. Lady.
And we got banned from Santa Monica with Joe Torre.
Oh, I remember that. And the Wayans brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went over there and then we was killing them niggas. And then it was like, because Joe invited me. And then I was like, all right. And then I'm like playing and, then I bring Daryl. And I'm like, these niggas is like.
I mean, they were horrible.
And it's like, and then we brought our crew.
Right,
And then we just ran the court one day and then Dame was like, hey, man, I don't know you niggas. I know you. But you niggas coming up in here, we pay for this shit, And Joe was like, man, I invited you, and then you bring all this. Hey, nigga, this is what we do.
That says to bring my squad.
Yeah.
We used to play in the Valley at the YMCA.
At Verdugo.
No, this is at the Y in the Valley. We used to have the late night runs out there. The King brought up Gary Payton up there. Like, nigga, he can get it too. Nigga, nobody's scared of this. Nigga, he can get it too.
Yeah, at Beverly Hills, Reggie Theus, he got it. Come on, man. Yeah.
Pooh Richardson, all those come on. Yeah, you can get it too.
Come on, man.
Okay, back to arrogance. I don't think.
Back to it.
Yeah, there he is.
Back to me.
No.
Yes, it's about me.
Yeah, you were that person back then.
Peasants.
And
My
I saved your ass several times.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Motherfuckers want to really get at you and lay hands on you. They did. It's like, yo, your boy, man, he got one more time.
I never felt that way, Lou. I respected it. Because, you would get up there talking about family and everything. You
I just thought
Shit that we ain't have.
and everything.
I just felt that it was like, okay, that's who he is.
Yeah.
And I was the one, because DL told George Lopez and Arsenio that story.
About what?
Khalid Muhammad, when they jammed you up at right here at the Mavericks Flat. And you was by yourself. And then I stood right there, and Khalid was like, yo, we talking. I'm like, yo, you got yours with you. I'm standing with my man, yo. I'm not going nowhere. And DL was right out there. And they told DL to move, and they was like, yo. And then the Muslim brothers, they walked up, and I was like, yo, homie, this is going to go down. We all going to go down. I ain't going to leave my man out here by himself. So whatever y'all got to say to him, I'm right here with him. And the rest of the comics just, like, walked away from you. And that's when I was like, okay, these niggas don't really want to fuck with you because they ain't nobody making that play.
Those niggas called them. Yeah.
No, and you know why it happened.
Because Phyllis Yvonne Stickney.
Yeah, you roasted her.
Did I?
You roasted her.
Yeah.
You roasted her.
Who was it?
Phyllis Yvonne Stickney. She went up and she had, it was one of those nights. We all had those nights. And she didn't
perform.
Yeah, she didn't perform well.
Yeah.
And you were the host. And you went up and you just like destroyed her. You just like, she talked about her ass, how fine she was, but her set, all of that. And then you set the door open, you left the door open for TK. And TK picked up right where you left off at. And then the next night, you couldn't host. I host, and you was out there, because that's what you was doing,
Mavericks.
the Mavericks. And then they came in, and they just bypassed Sharon. And they just went up both lanes.
Where that porky nigga at?
And TK was in the middle of his shit, and they just went up, and he just did like that to the mic, and they just like, yo, we need to holler at you outside. And she stood right next to Khalid, and TK was like, I'm motherfucking sorry, it's just motherfucking comedy, and I know you, and it's like, yo, it made her apologize, and it's like, okay, who was the next one? And she's like, oh, that's Louis Dix, right over here at the Mavericks flat. And I just told whoever was the host, I just said, yo, man, hold up. Yo, take over. And I just came over there, and then you was up there.
So you was traveling.
Man.
Hey, we have
Came
a caller.
outside all scared.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I was worried.
We have
I
a
didn't
caller?
scare.
Can I buy a final call?
Y'all ain't got no bean pies?
Hello, caller. That's a caller.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Seymour.
What's up?
Ooh, I'm happy she called.
She made it back from Cuba.
I didn't go to Cuba. That was a few years ago, Lou.
Wow.
Hey, Seymour, how you doing?
I am doing okay. I had to call him. I saw TDP and Jeff. I said, look at the guys back together again. This is beautiful.
We don't know how long that's gonna last. Though. Just feel it.
Yeah.
Really, nigga.
I'm happy you called. I'm so happy you called because you were the one talking about nonviolence.
We need to put that to a beat. Really,
Really,
nigga?
nigga.
You know what? TDP can speak to that too.
Speed
though, so
that
I'm
up
glad
too.
I
Yo,
called
break
you.
myself. Really, nigga?
I didn't hear you. You were rudely interrupted.
I know. I said, no, I'm glad TDP is there because he can speak to what I said, too. Dude is talking about my comment about there's not black-on-black crime, TDP.
Yeah.
That, it's just crime, and he want to talk, what about Chicago? The whole narrative that white folks want to spew out,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's just crime. Crime does
Yeah.
not have a racial pathology to it. It's just
Nah.
crime.
Make sure you
Bullets
tell
have
them the
no
whole story,
name.
though. Tell them the whole story, though. Because right after that, I said, we're going to go ahead and and she didn't call in because I had the numbers the next week. And Lewis remembers that. And we've been having that.
You had the European numbers?
I had the European numbers.
I'm a be
Their
respectful.
narrative.
F your numbers.
It's okay.
He didn't have the European
Louis,
numbers. He had the black
Jeff,
numbers.
Exactly.
Jeff is your real friend.
Who,
You know
mine?
that?
You say?
Yep.
Oh, why do you say that?
A real friend calls you on your stuff, and do it lovingly, because he's your real friend, just like Peanut, Boogie, and whatever the dudes are.
Fat Paul.
Fat Paul and Fred.
Fat Paul, Peanut, and Boogie.
When I went back to Philly, Fred said, you always say their names, you don't say my name. So I got to start saying Fred.
But he is really your friend. And he's telling you about yourself. And you were arrogant back then. We saw your mustache on A Different World. We saw it.
Wow.
Wait a minute. I showed my loyalty to Jeff. I don't know if you heard the show.
Why you bringing me in it?
No, when you heard the show when Jeff tried to prank me. When he said he got arrested. Remember that? He tried to.
He was going to snitch.
No, I wasn't. He called and he said he would. I don't know if you heard that one, Seymour.
If they gave him a fat Sal sub, yeah, he would have like, yeah.
No, and I said no because Poter's like, yeah, he went to jail. I was like, don't say that. He didn't. He didn't do that. And even his friend was in on it too, and Code 3 was in on it.
Wow.
Did y'all talk about this earlier today?
No, this happened a while back when Jeff called to prank me, saying he got arrested for some cocaine.
It was hilarious. That was one of the funniest shows, boy.
That's believable. I can see Jeff having some cocaine.
Bass, how low can you go? Want to prank this show?
Is it obvious? Damn.
Pat him down right now, Louis. He got something on him right now.
we had Lewis going. We even had Code 3 in on it, and she told Lewis that she looked up the police record and that yep, he's in jail and it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
The funny part though was he did what he got sensitive though. Yeah, he got sensitive on that one. He got sensitive on that one. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. You can't just say that. I don't know.
And then I was laughing, putting Jeff on blast like he probably was selling dope. And Lewis lost it. Why are you doing that?
I don't know he had a Range Rover. I don't know everything about him. Well, at least he didn't snitch. I didn't know he had a Range Rover. I only know what he tells me to see. He want me to see. I didn't know that about him. I don't know what he's doing over there.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I was upset.
Was it on the show? Was it on?
Yeah, it was on the show. Yeah, it was on the show. It was
like, I'm gonna have to go find that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Tell me today. I will go listen to that.
Yeah, Code 3 still paying for that. I was very unhappy with that. I was like, that wasn't funny.
But I just want to say too to you all, thank you for the comedy. I lost my sister, my second sister actually last month,
Oh, sorry to
and
hear
it's
that.
been pretty rough.
We
But it's
lose
really
at Target?
Cool no, my sister had Barr's disease, a rare brain disease.
People get lost at Target.
Shut up. And so, like, you know, that's my second sibling. So, like, it's been really rough. But
Well,
I enjoy calling in the last
Yeah,
one.
well, so I'm sorry about that. I can't,
Oh, yeah.
can't tell you about the other 3 individuals.
Did they do a TikTok
You
video?
know, Teeter don't have any emotional intelligence.
He called it Teeter.
Attention all Target customers.
We're looking for a young lady.
I seen about a pillow.
I want to say thank y'all for the last. I really do appreciate it.
She
course.
tried to get all emotional.
Seymour,
know,
you in
I
Houston,
did.
right?
I'm in Pasadena, right outside of Houston. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You know about that turkey place, turkey leg
The
place?
Turkey Leg Hut.
Yeah. Have you been there?
I've been over there, Teeter.
Did you like it?
Well,
Okay.
I want to support black business. It's a black-owned business, and I'm not standing in line in heaven for 2 hours.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying? So
gotcha.
sometimes those lines are really long, and they need to take. I'm just gonna say it like this: the black beans and rice is a side on their menu. They should take it off. I couldn't even doctor them up
She
when I
said,
got them home.
I'm
but
not standing 2 hours to get into heaven.
That's why I'm not.
Okay.
All right, we love you.
So
Thank you very
I
much.
Definitely check it out. Okay, y'all take care. Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Seymour, an Apollo legend.
Seymour. She lost that
He
target.
said, "Wait, Target."
People get lost in there,
Exactly.
especially the super ones.
What do y'all think about that? The TikTok challenge that's going on now.
I don't
know.
like that. I
What is
don't
it?
like that. I
Which
don't
one is
like
it?
that. I don't like that.
What is
Why?
it?
It's
Get
just
your shoes.
It's just get your shoe. Tell them what it is.
It's you go to your child and you like, hey, this kid father's getting ready to fuck. You know, I'm getting ready to fight him. TDP, his son is gonna jump in, so I need you to come. So get your shoes, put your shoes on. And the kid's reaction is like, oh, okay. Some of the kid, but the Hispanic kid was funny though.
What did he say? I
The
didn't.
Hispanic kid was standing there like, no, I don't want to go. No. She like, why? Like, no, I have to go to Target today. And the mom posted the picture and said, well, he got his wish. I took him to Target today.
Yeah.
And he got beat up on aisle 4.
No, but I mean, you know.
How do they start these TikTok challenges?
How do
They
you
just
even
started.
put that
Yeah.
on your child? What makes that funny? I don't get that.
It's where the world we living in today, man. It's just like,
Fight or flight.
yeah.
You in or you
There's
out.
so many that come up on my Twitter feed. I'm just so
Dancing,
overwhelmed
chicks.
by it. It's so many high school fights. And I'm like, damn, this is where all this shit started in high school, the killing and all that. And I mean, and actually, a lot of these girls, they fight better than these dudes.
But
Yeah,
it's
they got chunkum.
They fight,
got chunkum.
you know, they do. I mean, and it's like the hair pulling. And I mean, and
You see,
everybody
you see the other one though?
yeah, but everybody's standing around, they laughing.
On the phone.
They filming it.
Sad.
No one's breaking it up. And I mean, it's just, this is where we at today.
Did you see
These
what
are
happened the other
little
day
kids,
though? Did you see what happened the other day in the dollar store?
Oh,
The
yeah,
girl
she
shot
shot them?
shot the girl.
Yeah. Shot in
She
the
said,
head.
my mama and the girl went over there and started beating the girl up and beat her bad. And the girl said, oh, you done lost your mind. Went back there, grabbed the piece, shot her.
Shot in
The
the
girl
head.
turned her back. How you gonna beat somebody up like that and then turn your back and walk away?
Confidence.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
And then she stood over and shot again.
It
like,
kicked her.
bitch,
It
like
was
you ain't
kicking her.
talking
She
that
dead?
shit
Did
now.
she die?
I don't know. She said, you sorry now?
Yeah.
You sorry now? I'm like, oh, shit.
These people are angry, man. This
No,
is just.
it's like I tell these young dudes when they come to like, Ain't nobody taking a fade no more.
No.
They don't know
Ain't
how to
nobody
fight.
taking the fades no more. You're not swelling me up. That's what you're not gonna do.
And they don't know how to fight.
You not.
Mental health is real, man.
Hey man.
It's real.
Yes.
It's real.
You said it's mental health, though?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
It's
'Cause I don't
definitely
give a
something.
fuck.
It's definitely
Well-
something. Yeah, that's because I was thinking. 'cause
Kamikaze,
it makes me
right?
think about what I was thinking about. Like, what are these kids looking forward to? I mean, I was thinking about when we were growing up. We were looking forward to things like our birthdays,
College.
You know, seeing
Soul
your family,
Train.
eating a meal. You know, getting to work, getting off from work. I mean,
Looking for the weekend.
yeah. I mean, what are these kids looking forward
It's
to?
like it's nothing out here for them. It's like they smoke. Like I was talking to this one kid, 22, and every time I see him, he just faded. And I was like, "Yo, how many blunts you smoke a day?" He like, man, maybe 6, 7.
What?
I'm like, "What you do all day, man?" Shit, I don't be doing really shit, man. I just wait till the nighttime, come fuck with you up here, get on some bitches, man. I'm like, "Man, you ain't got no job?" He like, "Nah, I hustle." I'm like, "What you do?" "Man, shit, what you need me to do?" I'm like, "Yo, you know, I seen a motherfucker yesterday breaking a car."
What?
Yes. Like, this is a question I want to ask. There's no Good Samaritans. So if you see someone doing something illegal or what they're not supposed to do, are you going to intervene? Are you going to interject?
Nope.
It depends on where you mean it out in the street.
I saw a kid breaking in the car yesterday.
And what'd you do?
I ain't do shit.
Nigga might have a piece.
I was just like,
If a kid's willing to break in the car in the middle of the day,
I was
nigga,
just like, yo.
he got something on him.
and he just looked at me like, just gave me that look. And you know that look if you street.
Yeah.
He gave me that look like, what, nigga?
I'm on this mission.
What,
Yeah,
nigga?
I got
What?
goals.
What's
Give me
up?
the loot. Give me the loot.
Yeah, and it's
I
like,
heard that.
This is a 211. Don't make it a 187.
Exactly.
What?
211 is robbery. 187
I
is
got
murder.
that. I got that.
Like,
I just,
at the
I just said
dime-
the song. Give me the loot. So at least you know that.
Okay.
Like I bring it up, like
Upset.
it's this
Sensitive,
dude.
huh?
Tiger.
And maybe you'd have got upset there if you was there. Like, is that this dude was beating up his girl? I mean, he was fucking her up, and the women were like, "Well, you own the dime. You hit this shit. Why ain't you breaking up?" And I was just like, "Yo, I don't get involved in domestic shit.
Right.
I just don't. No, fuck that. You supposed to be a black man. I'm like, yo,
And
I
I'ma
don't
stay
I don't get
a
involved
black man.
in domestic. That's his wife.
Yeah.
So whatever they got going on, they had it going on before they came here.
Yeah.
Let the
Absolutely.
police handle that.
And motherfuckers literally, they get upset with you. Because I saw it when I was young, and my dad had told me, he's like, yo, whatever you do, stay out of that shit.
Right.
Don't ever go over there and break that shit up. I mean, it sounds fucked up and it sounds bad, but you could lose your life. And I seen when the police came, some black females were trying to help the woman out. And it's like, we got you, girl. Come on, we'll take you home. And she was cool for a minute until one of them went up and said, yeah, that's the motherfucker that was sitting there. Yeah, I feel like. And she went up and smacked the shit out that chick. She's like, bitch, don't say nothing about my man.
And that's why you can't get into
And,
it.
and that's what I told him. I said, and that's exactly why I don't get involved in that.
Because she going to go back to him anyway.
I don't know what city or state he was in, but the pizza man got involved with somebody whooping on somebody, and he got killed. He got shot.
Yeah.
Pizza
So
man.
at what
Was
point?
it pepperoni or sausage?
You know, he was a pizza man. I don't know what he had. He got then just recently, the black dude intervened on something. He got his ass whooped.
Yeah. So what do you become the Good Samaritan?
You can't.
Well, that's code 3. Her thing is, she got a Glock. She calls 911. She said, "I'm a witness. I'll
Yeah.
call it in, but I'm not getting involved."
What you say, you didn't want to be the witness, not the victim.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
So would you, if you saw something?
if I saw, again, if it's on, no, I go get help. I'm not jumping in
It'd be hard for me
unless it's family.
It'd be hard for me not to
somebody.
because it makes me feel like I'm being a punk not doing it. But you'd rather be a punk than alive.
It depends if I know the person.
A live punk.
A live punk. You know,
I
they
was
say
in-
the hero dies.
I was in Ralph's and Target the same day. The same shit happened. Motherfucker was in there with his backpack, just putting shit in there, and I'm just like,
That seems to be the new thing. I
And
saw
then
that
my
on
man-
TikTok a couple times.
the dude, the employee at Ralph saw him, and I was just like, yo, he like, hey man, I don't know that motherfucker's state of mind today.
Yeah.
So I'm just staying away from this shit. If
That's
they see it on
crazy.
camera, they can deal with it.
Right.
And motherfuckers today, they brazen. They doing this shit. It's like one dude standing in that video. This motherfucker, I think he had a Rite Aid in New Jersey or something.
He was
This
just the one
motherfucker's
to clean it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
And
see that one?
Yeah, it was two of them. And then
What
the one
happened?
dude, they looked at him. Now he's taking all the shit, right? Then he gets to the door and go, "Come on, what?" Like he gets mad at them for looking at him like, "Coming outside." I'm like, "Nigga, you the one stealing."
You don't see it that way.
Yeah.
Did you see the one in San Francisco?
No.
The brother?
Yeah.
When the brother was
with the
bag?
shopping bag.
Oh,
with
this
with
nigga
the
was-
black hefty bag.
Yep.
That motherfucker just walking down the aisle like, man.
It was like
Bam.
taking like deodorant
Bam.
and all kinds of
Bam.
shit.
I ain't got
Bam.
none of
The
these.
alarm going off and
Man,
everything.
he had a shop. He had a shopping cart. Security standing right there, and then the two women like, "Yo, he's stealing. What he gonna do?"
Can't do nothing.
You're not supposed to follow him, do nothing, none of that.
Hey, so at what point is like in 2022?
So what
do
does the
you
security
become?
guard do?
He ain't do shit.
What are you supposed to do?
But let me ask you this question though. If he does do something, or he brings out a weapon and he shoots him or something, most people gonna say that he was in the wrong.
That's just like the owner in New York,
The bodega.
the bodega.
So
What happened?
is
He
that
up for
fair?
He up for second degree murder.
They dropped it though. They dropped it. The
Well,
murder.
they doing manslaughter
Yeah.
now.
Why? What happened?
The girlfriend, her card didn't
Her EB,
declined.
her
She getting
credit card or
bag,
whatever. For a bag of chips.
Bag of chips. So the shit happens. It happens at the dime. The machine sometimes fucks up, misread it or whatever, and all that. The boyfriend gets upset.
No, what happened was the guy wouldn't let her buy it, take
Yeah.
the chips. So she went home and told the boyfriend.
And he came back.
And he came back, got in the guy's face, and you can't blame the guy. It's a business. And
Came
he
behind the counter?
got in the guy's face, and
And the motherfucker stabbed him.
well, after he roughed him up,
Yeah.
So it wasn't self-defense?
yeah. Well, they're backing him, even though the mayor of New York is. I mean, it comes to a point where the customer can't be right all the time.
I mean, other than being a good Samaritan, is at what point are you allowed to defend yourself?
Right.
That's the point,
Right.
and that's the
What
problem.
point do you like? Okay,
And every state is different. Every state has different laws on
and
self-defense.
we live in the two judicial systems.
But why would you defend yourself?
European
Now? Go ahead.
and it's black. If you European and I confront you in Florida, you can kill me.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground. But if the European confronts me and I get scared and kill him, then they're gonna say I murdered you. So we live in two different judicial systems, and it's fucked up. It's like, so what point am I allowed to defend myself,
Right.
to defend my freedom?
That's the thing. The Constitution is the bare minimum of laws. At the bare minimum.
That was written over 200
Well,
years ago.
yeah, the Constitution
But
was written for
it's
us.
at the bare minimum.
Right.
It's at the bare minimum. Then you can go higher to this degree, to this degree. But it's a situation where if you get into an accident with a European, now they got liability. I got full coverage. But you going to side with them just because. Because you think I should be the lower caliber in this situation. You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
Like I saw sheriff stop this brother. I mean, the brother, he got the CCW. He can carry. And they like, yo, you can't have that like that. And he like, yo, man, here's my license. I'm allowed to carry it. And they're like, nah. You gotta take it off. Put the gun in the trunk, put the ammo in the glove compartment. It's certain things that they're not gonna allow us to do. Even though we have that constitutional right, they still not gonna let us, we can't abide by it. And it's fucked up.
But isn't that different? I agree with that, but isn't that different than what we were originally talking about in terms of how these kids are acting, how people are causing you to have to defend
It's the
yourself?
same thing.
Why is that?
When we was coming up, we ducking, hiding from the cops and all that. They feel like, yeah, fuck the cops, fuck you, fuck everybody. This is my life. Because I really haven't been through nothing until I go through something. So if I'm in court and everything, and the judge say 50 years, 100 years, now the reality sets in.
Right.
But it really don't set in until you sit in that cell.
Right.
That this is real.
But I'm at
We never try to be real in that regard to get some goddamn time like that. But they don't see the consequences of their actions.
Yeah.
Because I'm high.
Yeah.
I'm high as a motherfucker. I'm having fun. I'm doing this. I'm doing the bras like me. I'm on live. I'm having fun. So if I got to be a man and show that I'm a man, I will put in some work.
And I'm that old dude that we used to fuck with when I was that age. I'm that old motherfucker now. I'm about to turn 60. So I'm that old motherfucker now. I ain't fighting you, young nigga.
Right.
I'll blow your motherfucking brains out.
Right.
Because when we used to fuck with them old motherfuckers, that's what they used to tell us. Nigga, I'm not about to fight you. I'll blow your motherfucking brains out. And we be like, all right, old motherfucker, yeah.
But we never did that